Make sure it's all working like it should be. Assuming I didn't mess anything up. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Oh, there we go. Do 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 do. Hey, I can hear myself. How you guys?
Doing good. How are
I'm
you?
fine, you know.
Nice, nice. Doing pretty alright, alright. Alright. Cool. Now for the intro. People filter in. Hello and welcome, dear patrons, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter, Purgatory Corner. Today our storyteller is Corin, or Jumpchain, and we're going to be continuing the tale of Jumpchain, RWBY. Terminal season, kind of. Come on in, take a seat, and let your imagination run free. Hi, Pocket. Corin, if you'd like to. Oops, wait.
What on earth do you mean by kind of?
Well, we
Kind
don't
of
really
RWBY.
use terminal season, like, ever.
What? Every
We-
time
we
I always
say
wish
it
I was
every
like, hey,
time.
yeah, we say it every time.
Oh.
Every episode. That's how we close it off. I think that's at least how we open it.
Yeah, it's how we open every time. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe your brain is not okay. You good? You good, Slime?
It's hot, okay?
Well, either way,
Very warm.
welcome to Jumpchain RWBY Terminal Season. Last time, y'all decided that you were willing to take up the challenge as set forth by Jumpcoon, your patron, who said that so long as you complete your journey through the Southern Vales, or as the folks around here know it, Strav, you would find yourself rewarded with something that will benefit you in your long-term goals. You started advancing through it with the assistance of the guide Honey. Unfortunately, she spontaneously seems to have disappeared within the depths of the forest. You're not sure where, you're not sure how. What you are sure of is that as you were advancing through the area, there was a sound distinctly similar to that of Hunter's sniper rifle. And as you continue to explore through, you eventually ran into the source of it. You haven't quite caught sight of them yet, but it was somebody who was hidden inside of the canopies. However, it served as the perfect opportunity for you to get suddenly surprised as the hunter that you were walking alongside this entire time raised his gun and fired into the back of Lynn, proceeding to deal more than a little bit of damage.
Right.
Now, I do believe that catches us up.
Yep. Whose turn was it?
Well, Hunter just landed that shot. So
Okay,
something
so
tells me
be-
that his turn just ended.
Be Jack's turn then.
So it is Jackalope's turn as he attacks.
Well, Jack's in front. He didn't see the shot go off.
Yep. He would have heard the shot, though.
And she did scream as she fell down.
Yeah, she
Yeah, but-
probably wasn't very quiet about it.
But here's the thing. The guns sound the same. Jack wouldn't notice.
Okay.
That's true.
Because their guns sound the same. This thing has clearly been moving.
Well,
So-
you know where it was located. You fired some shots near the area where it had shot from, but you ended up missing those shots, so you haven't landed a hit yet. You could continue to fire in order to try to flush it out, though.
I'll fire another round.
Okay, then go ahead and make a dexterity roll for me. Well, with 2 degrees of success, you do
Jesus.
successfully fire some shots. They shoot forward and inwards. Go ahead and let's see, what kind of rounds are you using?
See, I'm using the normal rounds. However, I would like to make a slight note. I have napalm.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. Just let me know when you plan on using it.
I'm already using it. Them
Okay,
suckers are coated.
Okay, so you're firing off napalm rounds, basically.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, then in that case, go ahead and roll 2d6, 1d6 regular damage, and 1d6, in this case, napalm damage.
So 3d6.
2d6, unless your weapon has an additional thing. 7 points of damage is pretty good, and your target is... Okay. Hunter, go ahead and roll to endure.
Okay. That'd be... Does my... No, this is not active towards my aura. Ugh.
At a 0, you do not endure. You're going to take the full 7 points of damage, reducing you to 23 health.
Yeesh.
You take a considerable amount of damage, and due to the napalm being there, you have a choice. You can either get out of the napalm and not take lingering damage by standing in the napalm, or you can stay hidden.
We'll go with he'll be moving. Yeah. He'll
Okay.
move.
Then, well, considering the fact that you're lit up with napalm, you're not going to be able to do it sneakily.
Nah. He'd probably roll in the dirt to try to get some off of him, and then like roll backwards as well to
You
get.
do know how
keep him
napalm
more
works,
space.
right?
It
That stuff's
sticks.
sticky.
Yeah. Hence why he's trying to use the dirt as an abrasive.
Well, you do roll through it. Go ahead and make me a dex roll, and it's going to be 2 successes you need 2 successes to be able to get it off.
Okay. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's the opposite
Jesus
of that, actually.
Christ.
So, yeah, no success there.
No.
Oh my.
You are still currently lit aflame.
Yep.
And
Annoying,
given his
but, oh well.
location now, and he's moving, Jack's gonna move up on top of him.
Okay. For whatever reason, you're having a lot of trouble being able to make out the form of your target. You can't seem to see anything about them, despite the fact that they're lit up with napalm. Similarly, Hunter, you can't make out the target. For whatever reason, you're unable to see any elements of description. You can't even tell how tall it is, or even how many arms it has. You just know that whatever standing across from you appears to be made of the same tarry substance that all Grimm are made out of.
Annoying. Okay.
Okay. It is also uncomfortably close to you. Jack, that was your primary action. Do you have any secondary actions that you'd like to use, such as movement?
Given Jackalope would have moved on top of him after he got lit on napalm.
Okay,
Because
that makes
now
sense.
his location is there. Jack is a close quarters fighter. Letting this thing get away from him is not a good idea for him.
Alrighty. Then in that case, you are now in melee range. Lynn, it is your move. You just got shot in the spine with fire rounds. How do you think your character is handling this?
No, initially what I was thinking, which was panicking, wanting to escape, wanting to just lay there and die, and wondering what to do. But instead, can I turn back and see what's behind me? Is it actually Hunter, or does it look different?
Let's see, you turn around. Go ahead and make me a sense roll.
Yes!
God
With a
fucking
wow.
damn.
With a
The sheer
critical success.
desperation. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, with your eyes, the very first thing you see is that it is indeed Hunter. And then you look closer. And in a moment, your eyes pierce through some sort of veil. And what's standing there is definitely not Hunter. Rather, it appears to be a large Grimm with an almost like a railgun-esque shaped growth replacing its arm, having just fired into you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It dealt a considerable amount of damage, and you can tell it's clearly trying to ape the abilities and form of Hunter right now.
Okay.
Going forward, I will no longer be referring to it as Hunter. Instead, I will be referring to this creature as the Doppelganger.
Lene is then going to be absolutely panicking and going to shout out, it's not Hunter. Hunter switched the Grim. And like her desperate voice. And is there? I'm on the ground, right? She's on the
Yeah.
ground.
hmm
That would mean I'm prone, right? I would have to move to get up.
Well, keep in mind that with your gravity, you can technically utilize your own gravity space to pull yourself in different directions. So if you wanted to move, you don't have to get up from prone to just move yourself around. If you want to get into a position to be able to fire and the like, that's a bit more debatable and negotiable. But if you're just trying to get away from the target, that's fine.
Instead, I want to try to throw the Grim towards the whole of the group, middle of the group. Just
Okay.
like send him off to our main fighter. Get him to our fighters.
Okay.
So if I'm still there, then I like to just force everybody to get it to up and
Okay.
over.
Now I am going back to being in control of his dice rolls now. However, let's see. In this case, as the doppelganger, as you try to pull it around, the doppelganger swings down its blade in order to lodge it into the ground and leverages itself to try to resist it. So I'm going to go ahead and make a strength roll to see if it's able. With 2 degrees of
God
success,
fucking damn.
it is able to completely stabilize itself. And you notice when it drove down the weapon in order to sink it in and stabilize, in doing so, it did aim itself at you.
Could I try to use gravity to beat that roll or no?
Yes, go
Or
ahead and make
maybe I
make me a supernatural roll with an additional with 1 bonus dice.
Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. You can do it, Lynn.
You just
Oh,
need
Jesus.
with
Oh,
3 degrees of success,
wow.
you
Oh
just
my
barely
gosh.
win out.
Oh my god.
It was the most
Another
desperate
critical.
face with the,
Uh,
oh my gosh, and I
when-
pull
Kind
When
of.
doing contested rolls, it's not a critical unless it's 3 above the other person. That is a success, though. You still won, which is saying a lot, considering that was a very hard bar to clear. Thank goodness for a total of 5d6, right?
Please.
Despite how strongly tethered into the ground the doppelganger was, nonetheless, it is pulled so sharply and suddenly that the ground itself rips apart, as in this fury from the pain, your semblance manages to surge with enough strength to throw him bodily. And, Jack, can you make me a speed roll, please?
Gotcha. Sorry, I was checking my speed.
Yeah, no problem. With a degree of success, you heard her shout, and even as she throws the thing towards you, you are fast enough to be able to get out of the way if you so choose.
Jack would sidestep it.
Okie doke. Then in that case, Hunter, I would like you to make me a speed roll, please.
Oh, good lord.
How is this affecting you? What?
Well, I mean, let's see if I get a 6. Nope.
No. So Jackalope, having been on top of Hunter, once Jack gets out, moves, ducks slightly to the side in order to avoid getting hit. Hunter, not so much, as the doppelganger slams into your body hard. Both of you are taking 1d6 damage. I will roll the 1d6 for it, followed by the 1d6 for you. You take a considerable amount of damage.
Good fucking god, I'm just getting my shit rocked.
Oh, I did not know it was gonna hit you.
You said you were throwing them into the middle of the group.
I said it was gonna. That's true. I said towards the fighters. I just didn't know it was gonna hit them head on. Shit, I'm sorry, guys.
Well, you know what is payback for me shooting you in the spine?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't apologize, actually.
Okay.
I take back my apology.
So with that, it now becomes Hunter's turn.
All right. Do you mean doppelgangers?
No, because of the way that the whole thing was set up.
Oh, right.
No.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Because at the start of the fight, I actually can switch them around though. So give me 1 second.
Wait, so did I just see myself fly into me, or?
Yeah, what did we see?
No, actually, you can see the true form of the doppelganger.
Ah, okay, cool. Well, his response to something slamming into him while he is actively on fire with sticky shit is the exact same thing he was going to do to Jackalope, which is to immediately wrap his arms around it in a tight bear hug and suplex it into the ground.
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength roll.
The Kaguya roll. You're doing the Kaguya
Oop,
thing
shit,
again.
that's wrong. Hold on. That's just one.
You rolled.
Let me
You didn't roll 1d6. You rolled d6.
Yeah.
D6.
There you go. God damn.
With
Dude,
a
my
failure,
dice.
and see, your strength is only 2.
My strength is a 3.
Oh, okay, you were counting that original one. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, and now it mimics your stats, so it's also going to roll 3d6.
Fuck me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Hunter's gonna die.
By the way,
Wait, no.
Jack, you can clearly see that this shadowy figure just tried to suplex Hunter, who's been thrown into the fray. And Hunter's response is to then try to reverse this, shoving the shadowy figure off to the side, grabbing Hunter by the stomach, flipping him over, and then jumping up high enough to do a almost wrestling slam down with the shadowy figure's head driving into the dirt.
Fucking stone cold Steve Austin my ass.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Jackalope's
just
response to this is to stare at this for a second, slow blink. The shadow is Hunter. He's not good at this kind of stuff.
That's what I just said.
I know, but this confirms what you just said.
Actually, you only take 4 damage. I jumped the gun on that times 2. This is retaliatory damage due to it being a critical. So
No,
it's
add
not
+2 psychic damage from Jackalope.
Yeah, you take 4 damage there, and you took 6 damage from the
Oh no.
impact, and then you took how much damage from the 10 damage from that? So 4, and then 6, and then 10. You've taken 20 points of damage.
Jesus.
So you have
Out of
10 points of
8.
health remaining at this time.
Oh no.
It was 2d6 for the napalm, right?
Yes, and that came out to the 10
7.
points, didn't it?
Came out to a 7. My roll after that was a 10.
I'm looking at Jackalope's roll.
Yeah, that was a
I
7.
can scroll up. Then I might be looking at a different number. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Because Jack started the round. You're right. So 7. So I was off by 3, which means you actually have 13 health, not 10.
God, I've just been destroyed.
Oh. You and me both, bro. It's okay. We'll survive. We got this. Don't give up.
Fucking retaliatory critical suplex to the face. God damn.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, it's not going good for you, if we're being honest here.
You gave us a mini boss, bro.
Hello, Jack recognized the fact that Hunter's not good at this shit. He fist fights like a bear. Oh my god.
To be fair to Jackalope, how often have you hit your stuff? Very little.
I fist fought the lion chick, but that was like a bear fighting a wall.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as
Look,
showy
you're-
as whatever's going
You're
on.
very lucky that Jack wasn't there for when you tried to wrestle the Kaguya. Otherwise, it would be this would just bring so much worse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, bones are painful, okay?
Her bones come out of her body and you hug her? What the fuck?
It was a calculated risk. I'm just bad at math.
But yeah, Hunter, your attack failed. The retaliatory damage ended up hitting you. Your turn ends, and we move to Katie. Katie, you can see that standing across from you is a shadowy figure that has just been attacked by Hunter. You have now heard both of your allies loudly shout, "That's not Hunter." And you can very confidently claim that the shadowy figure is not activating Abyssal Cuties normally. There's a feeling that there's a Grim there, but that's also not a Grim, is what your brain is telling you. There's something funky going on here.
Yeah, Katie's trying her best to figure out like the hunter isn't Hunter, but like also is, and then like the other guy isn't, Is Hunter? Yeah. Katie is going to kind of carefully aim Senor Nyarlathotep and be like, if I shoot this, will I kill? This wasn't made for precise shots that can't kill the thing right next to it.
Well, if you think about it, if you shoot them both, you definitely hit the right target.
That
To
is
be fair,
fair.
I did shoot Fluffy. Twice.
Unless you miss.
That math does
No.
check out, probably.
60% of the time, it works. 100% of the time.
Just like, I'll shoot one of you, and hopefully not the one that shot fucking Fluffy!
Am I able to free action be like, shoot that one, or it turns for you?
It's not speech is not a free action. Or sorry, not is
never
it's
mind.
like it's just talking. I don't even think of that as an action at all. You can just be like, hey, blah.
Shoot the right one!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Shoot
talk all
the
you
one
want.
shoot the one I just tossed.
Which one was that?
The one that looks like Hunter.
Shoot Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. All right, shoot Hunter. I can do that.
Swear to
Yeah,
God if you hit
That's
me.
not gonna be hard for you.
I get a little nervous with her compliance. Easy compliance.
I will
Just
use the
Katie.
yes on him.
That sounds like
alright.
Katie.
All right, just gonna point Senor Nyarlathotep. Wait. Should I go with? I go with Senor Nyarlathotep. That's the buckshot one. That one will definitely end up hitting both. Captain Cupcakes will probably also hit both. This is not Katie's forte.
I mean, really, I think Katie's forte at this point is pull the trigger and ask questions later.
Right, remember, Katie, if you shoot with a full auto gun, it will hit something.
Katie's gonna shrug and hit something.
Okie doke. In this case, so you're going to make your dexterity roll, and
Yeah.
both of them are in melee right now. So,
Oh
yeah, they're not really able to dodge.
Is the Grim on fire from the tar sticking to him?
It is
yeah,
napalm. Napalm
Oh
does
yeah.
spread.
Next turn, on the start of its turn, it will take damage.
Cool.
Wait, confusion? You guys just switched? Oh shit.
Oh boy.
That's 0. I hit
Okay.
something.
Okay, so since they're both currently basically restrained, it is going to pass on a 0. You're going to deal 1d6 to each person. So first, roll 1d6 for hitting the shadowed figure.
That's a 4.
That's a 4 to you, Sin. And now roll for the one that looks like
Don't get
Hunter.
1. Thank
Oh,
you.
it's a 6.
Wow.
Overall,
up dealing-
net success.
Yeah, you end up dealing a considerable amount of damage to the both of them, as they both end up getting riddled with shots.
Okay, did I hit Hunter or Hunter?
Yes.
You hit both,
Yes.
Katie? You hit
Sweet. Okay.
You do still have the ability to use Abyssal Cuties as a minor action, or to move around. Either one.
All right, I'm gonna go to the one that was like actual hunters. Like, okay, did I shoot the right you? Are you the one that's trying to kill us? Yeah,
Wait, so are you going up to the shadowed figure, or the one that looks like Hunter?
the one that looks like Hunter.
Okay, so you approach that, and Hunter, it's still copying you, so you tell me what Hunter would say in that moment.
Oh God. Did I hit Hunter or Hunter? Yes, has the same energy as I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Hunter, well, effectively pinning the shadowy figure into the ground, kind of like looks at her, and in Hunter's most delicate, normal way possible, he just looks at her and he goes, "What the hell?"
Hey, she said to hit you. Okay. Sorry, red guy, if you are or aren't red guy. Look, we've been over this. You know, you shoot my things, I shoot you in the back.
Look, just because I shot Fluffy does not give you, well, it kind of gives you the right to shoot me. But this guy is clearly evil. He shot her, he kind of points to Lynn. And he shot towards him. He kind of points the jackalope. But
You shoot her all the time. I assumed it was like a friendly friend thing.
it shot her! Why are you shooting me? It shot her!
He goes over to the shadowy figure. Are you evil or not? Or was that a friend thing? Or was that like a misunderstanding? Or was that like an evil kill thing?
Hunter, a shadowed figure approaches you, having just repeatedly shot you, and speaks in a garbled tongue towards you. You cannot understand a single lick of the language.
Okay, could be either.
But it is now the doppelganger's turn. In this scenario, from the perspective of the doppelganger, what would Hunter do, having just been shot by his team and being mid-stunnering this shadowed enemy figure?
Probably lift him up and then spin and throw him. But he's going to aim at Jackalope.
Okay, then go ahead and make me a strength roll. This
Gonna try to make it seem like I'm just tossing him to the side, but it's actually a Jack.
Okay.
Oh, of course. Of course.
What are the dice today?
Okay, so that's a... Okay, well, that was successful. That is a critical success, in fact, as you... The critical success means that not only do you throw it at Jackalope, you make it look so natural that not even Jack is going to be able to tell that that was a purposeful attack against him. It's I just got shot and I'm throwing the enemy away from me, and Jack is rapidly approaching you at very high speed. Make a speed roll. If you succeed on this roll, you can just immediately jump into attacking it.
These fucking dice, man.
Oh my God.
That is 2 degrees of success.
Oh.
You are not getting hit by this. You are, in fact, entirely in control. The enemy is rapidly approaching you. How do you respond?
And this is the black figure.
The black figure, yes.
Given that we just confirmed that this is actually Hunter, Jackalope's just going to catch him with the metal arm and gently put him down with all of the grace of a military man, which is catch
that
and
would
drop.
be a dexterity roll to be able to catch him without taking any harm.
Shathunk.
In that case, roll endurance.
Smiles.
Me or him?
Both of you, actually.
Okay, because I'm being gripped by his fucking metal. Alright.
Alright. Well, so both of you are going to take 1d3 damage here, though in Hunter's case, it's going to be halved, which basically means 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they both end up being 1 point of damage for each of you. So yeah. The feeling, Hunter, is that if you weren't braced, that would hurt like hell, because slamming into Jackalope is like being thrown into a brick wall. He is not soft.
Or is this metal?
Yeah. So it ends up impacting. Go ahead and increment, Jack, go ahead and increment your counter by 1 success. I do believe that we were at 4 successes, and you, increments it by 1 point. So 4 out of 6. You're now at 5 out of 6. I do not recall how many successes you have banked, though. I think you used some recently.
I don't think I have any at the moment.
Okay. Well, you're currently at 5 out of 6, so you are not far from 1. Let's see. You do catch him, and with the speed roll, if you make me a dexterity roll, we'll see how your turn was affected. If you're... Oh, okay. If you succeed on this...
Oh my god!
What the
You're fine.
fives today?
You have your entire turn available to you. The catching and putting down target did not compromise your turn at all. Your turn only begins now.
Fucking crumples me to the floor.
Just puts him down with all the grace of a military man, which is basically catch and just drop. And Jackalope's going to start walking towards Hunter. Or what he perceives as Hunter, which is the doppelganger.
Okay. The doppelganger. So doppelganger. From your perspective, Hunter is approaching you with intent. Sorry, Jackalope is approaching you with intent. Capital I. However, it's not your turn. It is, in fact, Lynn's.
Oh, did Jack not do anything?
I was gonna do something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just assumed because you said walking there, you're not closing the distance quickly.
Oh no, he's closing the distance. Remember, Jackalope's really strong. Think about it. Your legs have strength. Jackalope nearly just killed one of his teammates because something else made him. He's not in a good mood.
Then in that case, go ahead and tell me what you're gonna do.
He's just gonna take one step, one strong step, close that distance, put his gun in its face, and go. Wearing my teammate's face won't make me not shoot you, bastard. And he's gonna light it up with his normal arms gun, which is just flame rounds from a fist weapon.
Then in that case, go ahead and make me a dex shot with a bonus dice, since you're at point blank.
Mess him up, Jack.
Wouldn't this be a strength roll? Because remember, his normal weapon is just an explosion.
So ranged weapons at large generally count. It depends on, for me, whether or not you're literally using your physical strength. And firing the gun doesn't use your physical strength.
Well, keep in mind, Jack's weapons are different on each hand at this point, because his left arm's gone, so it's an inbuilt cannon, while his right arm is his original weapon.
Well,
which
yeah,
is just dust rounds.
Yeah,
fist.
Dust rounds on the fist. Is it a melee weapon, or is it something that shoots?
It's a melee.
Oh, then in that case,
Because
yeah.
remember, Jack's original weapon was he punches, he can detonate his arms, basically, because he can absorb the impact.
Okay. Then that is so. You are
a strength
so
weapon more than a dex.
So you're punching him, but you're not actually. Well, like it's definitely going to be strength, but you're not actually punching him. You're just holding your fist in front of his face and setting off the attack.
Oh no, he's decking it, but he's setting it off with the punch.
Okay, good. Then that makes sense. Yes, go ahead and make that a strength roll then.
Sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh my god.
That's not good.
No.
A fucking bite the bullet right there.
Yeah. Going to be honest.
Guess
could
endurance.
Be better. Yeah. In this case, we're going to roll. Okay, well, in this case, there's only one thing that can really be,
I think it's endurance, right?
3d3. Yeah, it's just.
Oh my god.
It's just as bad. It's just as bad. Yeah, you're
why is it
you're
3d3?
-2. You're right. That is entirely my bad. That should be 6. It outrolled you. It outrolled you. My condolences.
I was like, wait a minute, that's a 3. What the fuck is with the 3?
Yeah. Thank you for catching me on that.
You're welcome.
Why?
You shouldn't have said anything.
Nah, it's fine. It
I
makes
got
it
to keep the
funnier.
GM honest.
Yeah. Yeah, kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, it is endured, which means any damage is going to be halved. You said fire rounds, so that's going to be 1d6 standard plus 1d6 elemental. So go ahead and make me that 2d6. So that's 6 points of damage to the doppelganger. It's not looking too great, and
It's halved, right?
It's
you're
still
right.
something.
Yeah, because it
Three.
outrolled, so 3 points of damage. Even if it's only dealing 3 instead of 6, it's not looking too great. Looks like it's taken a considerable amount of damage, and it's going to the illusion around it rapidly drops apart, and you can see that it is a creature that looks like a mixture of the standard black tar, but almost a sinewy red of almost muscle, like human muscle tissue, is also weaving into the black tar and the red bone as it is sent stumbling back from the explosive punch, knocked down pretty much flat on its ass before it bounces back up onto its feet from the amounts of force behind the explosion. However, before it has a chance to fully recover, we have Lynn's turn.
Okay. I'm going to set up my weapon as a shield now in front of me.
Okay.
It's probably still a monster, right? It's not like it's changed at all.
It looks like
a
so.
monster?
With your senses, you were able to see through its illusion earlier, and you could see it for what it was. Right now, it is no longer masquerading as Hunter. It now looks like the monster that you saw with your senses.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I am just going to. If I shoot it, am I in the way of anyone? Is anyone in my way? Hopefully not. I don't want to miss and hit somebody.
Nope, nobody is in your way.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have the shield open, and then can I shoot and use gravity to damage it?
You could also use your gravity to try and make an attack action. I forget the ruling that we decided on, but whatever. Yes, you could use your secondary action to use your gravity to also deal damage. In that case, if you're wanting to attack with both of your actions by both shooting and using your gravity, I will require 2 rolls from you. I will need your dexterity roll, and I will need your supernatural roll with a bonus dice.
Supernatural roll with a bonus.
Hey, nice. We're getting a lot of matching numbers today.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see.
Okay. Well, that is a successful dex roll, I believe.
I keep pushing buttons. Okay, and then that's soup.
Good lord.
What is that? Oh, it's an actually. Yep.
Right. So that first one was the supernatural.
No, the first one is dex, so it's shooting.
You have a dex of 4.
Yeah.
You'll want to update your character sheet inside of Jumpchain. Then, I'm currently inside of the Roll20, and I was looking at your character sheet and was confused. It's probably just not been updated to the new changes.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't touched.
All good. If you just
Yes.
fix that. In fact, I wonder if I can.
Should change.
Yeah,
Especially
instead
if
of
I'm-
it still says appeal even. There's the whole thing. Well. Oh well. Due to the clown
can
account,
fix
Jack
it.
upgraded it to the cannon. Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it was. I was like, I know it's been a while since we've done this. I'd rather throw that out there. Hey, this is what's happened over the series. Kind of a small thing with Jack's weaponry. So it's
Cool.
it's not that it's necessarily overly changed. It's just because he lost the gauntlet and the arm at the same time, his weapon had to be slightly tweaked.
Understandable. Okay.
So missing gravity and hitting dexterity.
Okay.
Corin?
Well, yeah, I'm just looking at this and I noticed. So 4 in dexterity, and was that also? And then your supernatural is 4 and an additional 1 bonus dice.
I think I just updated it now. There you go.
Cool. Strength, endurance, speed, dexterity, supernatural, and sense. I'm noticing that you don't have charm in there, but we can confront that when that actually becomes relevant.
Oh, it's on
Right
the
now,
bottom.
you're. I don't see that.
Oh, I have.
We'll figure it out later. Right now, go ahead and make your supernatural roll.
I already did. That was it.
I only see your dex roll.
Oh, the dex roll is
No one sees
46,
the-
supernatural is 46 plus 1d6.
Yeah, I only see 1 roll from you.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yep, there
Nope,
we go.
it just came through. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, fortunately for you, that bonus dice replaces your lowest roll, so that 1 turns into a 6. Both of them succeed. So go ahead and
Hey.
roll me 2d6, since both of your 1d6 attacks hit.
Better than both of
Okay.
them.
Yeah. With 7 points of damage, you manage to fire into it while simultaneously using your gravity to basically crush it down, shooting it repeatedly and punching several more holes inside of its viscous form.
He just shoots with a scared look face.
It stumbles back a little bit more, still heavily weighed down by the gravity and in a less than stellar condition. Hunter, it is now your move, since both of her actions were used on attacks. You make a dex roll to get yourself out of the ground without compromising your turn.
I thought I was dropped on the floor.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Thank you. Then in that case, you're dropped on the ground. Yeah, getting up on your feet shouldn't take much. It'll take your movement action, but you still have the full ability to shoot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go and grab my gun. It should still have fire rounds in it.
Yeah.
Because I shot Jackalope with fire rounds.
Yes. So
Yeah,
you still have
so-
fire rounds loaded.
I'll cock it back and I'll take a shot right at this thing's chest.
Make me a dex roll for your ranged attack.
God fucking damn. There we go.
Well, that is a degree of success. In this case, it
No.
is.
Who are you shooting?
And can you remind me what your speed is? Oh, no, it's no longer copying you. It no longer uses your stats.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure your speed is 0, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, good thing it's not copying your stats. Didn't help it either way. As it ends up taking the full shot. You said fire rounds. Go ahead and roll me 2d6. Since you
Will
have both
do.
standard 1d6 and your elemental flame.
Ooh, nice.
At 11 points of damage. That's lethal. You
This son of a
watch.
bitch.
Yeah, you watch as the shot blasts a hole clean through its entire torso, as it starts wavering in place for a moment, before suddenly going completely rigid and stock still. The red of the sinewy-like structures rapidly fade away into this darker grayish substance, before turning into a deep brown, while all the tar falls apart and hits the ground and falls into this fluid that sinks into the ground. Small bone shards that had covered it then clink against the ground, falling apart. And all that's left is this gnarled-looking tree, vaguely in the shape of a human, having completely been killed. Especially with the shape of a large, almost cannonball-sized hole through its torso.
Whoa.
You have resolved
Dang.
combat. You win.
Hunter sighs and he walks over to Lynn and gets her foot out of his makeshift trap.
She she steps back from you at first approaching. She
Mhm.
is haggard and trying to control her breathing right now. But she'll watch you with wide eyes and what you're doing.
Yeah, he just gently takes your foot out of his trap. You can tell that if you really tried wiggling out of there, it would have probably dug into you quite a bit. But with very skillful hands, he just kind of pulls it apart, pulls your foot out, and kind of cracks it downwards to break the trap, so that it doesn't catch other ones in it. And yeah, he basically just kind of undoes it, and then he kind of claps his hands together. He's like, "Are you okay, Lynn?"
She no. she just takes a moment to breathe and it's like I just
You're a
need
bit
moment.
quiet, just so you know.
I just need a moment. Thank you. I just
He nods and he just kind of turns around and walks. Probably walking up to Katie.
Yeah.
So
Did I
great
hear-
doppelgangers.
Yeah. Apparently that's a thing here. Looked so cool. Pity I had to go. Not like I could get into my medbay from here anyway.
I don't think cool's the word I'd be looking for.
Oh, you did mention the medbay. I will remind you, Katie, that while the black tar did disappear, I mentioned that the white bone shards from the body clinked against the ground.
Oh! I'm gonna go rush over and grab those then.
Cool. You now can
Oh,
add
look at
those to your
that.
inventory.
Yay!
Fixation with these things is borderline obsessive.
I mean, this is like a whole forest full of the weirdest grim. You ain't gonna find anything like those things out there.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
So how's that? How does napalm feel?
Oh, speaking of, go ahead and roll me 1d6 for damage. You're still on fire.
Yep.
Red guy, you might
Aw.
want to take care of that.
God fucking.
Six.
Oh,
Red guy.
Yep.
I swear you took some damn. It was half.
I was at
to 3,
13.
then- Yeah, so you're currently now at 4 HP. So you're going to need to put out that fire immediately.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
So you just go gently, like, take care of, like, Lynn in the trap while actively
While still on fire, yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God. Did we not notice?
No, he knew.
His priorities. He's got priorities.
Yeah, he went to take care of Lynn before he did himself. He says, like, "Oh, right," and he like grabs dirt and starts trying to brush it off,
What?
and grabs twigs and starts rubbing off and trying to get stuff off without touching himself.
Jack's just gonna quietly hand you like 2 ice dust vials. This should maybe help.
Oh, that'd be
I
nice.
mean, I've got an ice gun.
I
Shoot
don't
me.
think we want to shoot him more.
Priorities. Professionals have standards.
I mean, you kind of look like you're about to pass out, but I mean, if you really wanna, and I ready the gun.
Jack's just gonna quietly put his hand on top of the gun and like lower it. Let's not kill him. He
Okay,
didn't technically do anything wrong.
I'd be careful.
He looks at the ground where he was just pile drived into, and then he looks slowly back up at her.
So,
Total
Do you
faith in
need-
you.
No. Lene will head back over towards the cradling her arms at first, and then slowly just trying to shake everything off, looking around a little bit. She's a bit panicked, but she's coming back over and down.
Jack's just gonna look at her and just, hey, hero. Earth the hero.
You also
she
like
looks
it-
straight at you for the sounds, and you make, I can hear you.
you also
He
look
starts-
like you're about to pass out. Do you need ice gun?
Do-
I am in a lot of pain.
I
Oh,
don't
no
think the
ice
ice
gun.
gun is a very effective medical treatment, Katie.
Did
Aw.
anyone bring bandages?
I have
would reach
ribbon.
in.
Might have some.
Hunter will reach into his pack and pull out a couple, having
I
been
think
on
out of the
survival
characters here,
tactics.
I think
Huh?
Hunter's the most likely to have them. Yeah, because Lynn
Yeah.
is so used to having access to her
Warehouse.
warehouse. Katie does not seem like the kind of person to carry them at all. So
I
it would
have
either come
ribbon.
down to Jack. Yeah, ribbon is not. That's not a bandage.
Oh,
Hunter and Jack are the only ones who would carry them
Hmm.
in this specific circumstance. I imagine that after this wraps up, Lynn's never leaving home without it.
Yeah, Hunter would have quite a few
She's gonna
on
make him a
him,
pack mule.
just because he's so used to going on for long hunts, and you have to take care of anything that might cut you, like plant cuts or animals biting you or something like
Yeah,
that.
most
while
people
you're
just wear thicker clothes. You just go around in a t-shirt and it's like, if I get stabbed, I get stabbed.
hunting. He has a thick jacket. It's fine.
Jack's used to tearing up his clothes as needed, so he wouldn't have the bandage. However, he would probably have some form of antiseptic, so it doesn't go gangrenous.
Smart.
Yeah. Well, good luck convincing the, as we know from your backstory, the folks who send you these supplies and stuff are very focused on the idea of making it so that you get the job done, not necessarily comfortably. It's probably like highly distilled ethanol, and it's going to hurt like hell if you disinfect with that substance, because they don't. Your government is not giving you painkillers.
To be fair, I did blast her with fire rounds, so
That
if
is
it
all the
used
more
fire
reason.
rounds,
Yes,
it would
it's not
probably be
active.
cauterized.
It's not actively bleeding, but you need to take care of burns to prevent infection.
That's true.
So,
Yeah,
I'm smiling when he's saying this.
Jack's gonna
Terrible.
look. He's gonna look at Hunter. He's gonna pull out the stuff, and he's gonna look at it, look at her, look at Hunter, look at it, look at her, and go, "I don't have painkillers."
He's gonna gently take the ball from you and look at it and just go, I could drink this.
no, you could not. If you drank that, you would go blind. It was more likely to kill you than anything else.
It's worse. Probably worse.
Are you sure
than,
this
like,
isn't alcohol in your world?
If that was the alcohol people drank, then everybody would have liver problems for exactly 10 minutes.
trust me, Red Guy.
Exactly.
Trust me, right, guys? I pat him on the shoulder. Say, I've tried. It doesn't taste good.
How the fuck have you drank this?
Medical ethanol, basically.
Yeah.
Just the
I mean,
slow
it'll work.
turn from Jack as he looks you up and down. He's gonna look. He's gonna stare straight into your eyes. You've not drank this. You still have your eyeballs.
I blink asynchronously.
I think.
He has probably drunk it and probably had an incredibly painful vomiting fit for like the next 20 minutes afterwards. But she has drunk something similar to this. It was just intensely terrible for her bodily system, and in a lesser person might have actually been lethal alcohol poisoning.
I was out of commission for 2 hours.
You concern me, Katie. He's gonna like turn to Lynn and just be like, so this is intensely painful. Have you ever disinfected wounds before?
She looks at it with a hesitant look. Not that I remember.
Oh. What's your pain tolerance?
Given that reaction, I'm assuming not good.
I don't
she
think
keeps
any
quiet.
of you carry sedatives. As far as I
No.
know, the only drug that you carry on you is the stimulant called drums, which is only going to make the pain so much worse.
I mean, she could use
They
my
don't
arm as a
wanna-
biting stick, and
She'll break her
can
teeth
No.
on the metal.
my normal arm.
Oh. I mean, she'll be tasting blood, but at least it won't be hers.
That, or we could find her a really hard stick.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull
There's
one off the
only
branches.
There's only one problem with that, and it occurs to Katie first. Grimm are explicitly attracted by powerful negative emotions, including the reaction to pain. If she goes through a huge amount of pain, you are basically setting off a beacon for all of the Grimm to come hunting you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna unscrew the top and kind of pour some on his own wounds. Oh.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
roll endurance real quick.
Yep.
Katie's gonna glance around with abyssal cuties.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Oh,
you
never
would
mind.
Oh.
you would describe it as worse than the gunshot.
All right. Cool. He's gonna hand it back to Jack.
Yeah. That roll being successful means you do not vomit from the pain, you do not pass out from the pain. You manage to hold your cool and can engage in normal conversation despite the pain.
He's gonna start wrapping with a band-aid. Leave it for Aura. Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
I think it's weirdly in character for our team that, like, we went in here, like, completely prepared, but did not account for the idea that we might suffer grievous injury.
I counted for it, just not for y'all.
Jack just quietly sitting there.
Well, as a heads up, you do not heal instantly here. In fact, healing instantly just has never been a thing in this setting. Fast healing, certainly, but never instant. You chose to travel through the night, as I recall, because you were told not to sleep. You will only recover by sleeping. The health that you are at, if you do not go to sleep, is the health you will continue to be at.
Oh shit.
So Hunter, with your 3 or 4 health, you are having trouble staying conscious, for good reason. Similarly, Lynn, you're at, as I recall, there was the 18 that was dealt from the shot to your back, but you also set off a trap, I think. And I think that Hunter shot at you. I'm not sure if he hit you back during the very beginning of the fight when he was trying to pick out a target.
I shot at Jackalope.
You shot at Jackalope. Okay, never mind then. Do we recall whether or not the trap dealt any damage? Because I could
It did
swear
not.
it was... Okay. Good to know.
I think
okay,
she just
then.
yelped. Yeah.
Yeah, the
then
trap
you
itself
are
was made to lock people in place, not necessarily to hurt them.
Okay, good to know. Then in that case, you are at 12 HP. You are at almost... Basically, you've been reduced to a little under... Or you're at about 40% functionality. You're tired, you're in pain, you do not feel good. It's not a good situation. Katie, have you taken any damage?
I don't think so.
I don't think either of them have. Oh
yeah,
no, did I hit Jack?
You hit Jack once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack
It's all
also
good.
is kind of a walking, talking tank, so he's not really bothered.
That's fair.
What a great start.
No.
It's all good,
Do we
boys
know
and
how
berries.
much
I got
damage was
you.
dealt to Jack?
1.
1 point of damage. Okay.
At least that I can remember today. I don't remember if he got hit last time.
We will assume not, because, like a fool, I forgot to keep notes.
Well,
See, it
Wow.
was 6.
it's
So.
too bad that isn't going to work, but thanks anyway. What
He
do we
nods.
do?
We need rest. These aren't healing. Even my aura isn't taking care of it. Which for Hunter would be fucking abnormal as hell, considering
it's how
a aura.
You can tell that something's definitely wrong. You're just, if you're not resting, you're not healing at all.
Mhm. We need to rest. Otherwise, we aren't going to make it very far. Normally, these wounds will have sealed up within a couple minutes. But it's still bleeding to my bandage.
Well, I mean, you guys can I don't know exactly what Miss Honey meant by don't sleep in general, but if sleep's gonna take care of it, then I don't know, you two can take a nap and I can take watch. Don't you worry, boys and berries. Katie's got you.
If she said don't sleep, given the nature of our now missing guide, I think she meant it in the most literal sense.
Did she say that, or just say that for
She's-
not nighttime?
As I recall, her phrasing was, it's probably better to not sleep. And specifically when she was recounting her going through it alone, when she went through it, she said that she did not sleep for almost 5 days on end.
Jesus.
Is it 5 days to get to like a town, or is it just her like meandering through?
She didn't clarify.
Is there a town, a safe zone here with the old hunters, or is it just forest?
I doubt there's anything nearby, but...
I mean, given the old hunters, what was it, the moment, given we almost got killed by one early on, and we were told to not mess with them, the likelihood is the old hunters can't tell people apart from Grimm at this point. And the only difference is that we don't engage or look at them.
Right. I don't think that they meant to hurt us. They just were clarifying, right? And then they moved on. Do you think if we found one, they could help us? Or do you think they'd be too distracted by continually fighting?
They seem to be nomads, so I doubt they'll stay in place long enough for us to sleep.
And none of the Grimm... Katie, you think none of the Grimm here will be friendly enough to have like a cohabitation?
Well, I mean, normally I'd say yes, but given the track record and given the, the general vibes of this place, they might be, too preoccupied with the kill, stabby, stabby thing.
Hunter's going to sit down against a tree, lean back against it, and put his gun across his lap and close his eyes. While I'm taking a nap, something tries to kill us. Well, you two can kill it.
Fine.
Lenene, you want to take a nap too? You look a little out of it.
Would be taking a nap be enough? If I even
Don't
can.
know. Technically, we're breaking something that Honey said, so we'll see. Just, me and Kitty got this. Worry about yourself right now.
Yeah?
Thank you.
You just rest your little pretty head there.
She goes and lays down close by. Tries to sleep.
Okay.
Cool,
So you will
Okay.
all be trying to rest through. Now, it was probably You didn't march too long through the night before ultimately encountering this enemy. So I'm going to say nightfall was around 7 p.m. and it's probably around 11 p.m., not even midnight yet. Which is good, considering that the doppelganger grows stronger throughout the night. But as as it's dead, that's definitely not going to be the case right now. Instead, you're going to rest and try to sleep as much as you can. Now, you said that Katie and Jack are both staying awake, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Then firstly, I would like Hunter and Lynn to both roll me 2d6.
Okay. All right.
Well, that's better than nothing.
That
Lynn
is true.
rolled a success. Okay, then in that case, now I need Katie and Jackalope. You will both roll me sense.
Okay.
You are keeping watch, after all. Oh, that's both of you succeeded.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was
Okay.
expecting like really bad there.
Yeah, with both of you succeeding, you're able to tell that the Grimm around here are agitated. They are actively hunting throughout the night, but they're being very, very careful.
Wait, hold on. I actually, because I have 0, I don't remember the rules of that. I might not have succeeded that one.
Oh, you're right. If you have 0, you only pass on a 6.
Yeah, that's okay. Jack's
Okay.
got the sense for me.
Jack is able to keep a close eye on things, is able to tell that all of the Grimm around here are agitated. Katie, you feel disconnected. It feels weird that you can't sense any of the Grimm nearby, even though you know that you should be able to. Even though you have Abyssal Cuties, even though you're surrounded by Grimm, it's like there's this static, like TV static, in the back of your head anytime that you try to connect properly with the area around you. It's the same TV static that is just a problem. Trying to punch through it would result in connecting just like you did before. It's just hard to tell.
Yeah. I'm just imagining I just like bop the side of my head, just like, connect better. Not
good?
comfy feeling.
Yeah.
Just so Jack would probably be striking up conversation because no talkie isn't a good thing when you don't know when your teammates can be replaced.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. I mean, it's really weird. It's like, even though I'm surrounded by like all these like Grimm and like stuff, and I mean theoretically I should be able to, sense where all the Grimm are like super good and stuff. It's like like I'm like covered in like a layer of like icky stuff, I can't sense anything.
Kind of like a connection being interrupted in a wire.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have many of those back underground, so, but, yeah, pretty much.
Were you stuck underground your entire life or something?
Maybe. I don't know exactly where everything was. They wouldn't tell me. It was like classified information and whatnot, right? No idea where I was. Well, besides in the Foundation.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are you used to staying up like this?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really have like a sense of time, so I don't know how long I was awake or anything. I don't know if there were like proper clocks or anything. It was either, go and do this time or wander around and don't touch anything time. For me, that was touch everything time. But, yeah. Oftentimes I was hyped up on parfaits, so,
You seem like you had a lot of rules set against you.
Yeah. I mean, that was just life in the Foundation, You just go around, don't touch anything unless we tell you to touch that thing. Don't touch that SCP unless we tell you to touch that SCP. Don't show your fanfiction to the SCPs just ever. They don't like that. They don't understand it, but, don't go into the kitchen. Don't touch the vending machines. don't make uncomfortable conversation with the other researchers. You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
That is not... past the very clearly problems that you suffer from, that scares even me, it's very clear that your life was very controlled.
That was pretty alright. You know? I mean, they let me go around, they let me do some stuff. It was pretty nice. And now I'm here, so everything's hunky-dory. I got you guys, I got the goose. Where is the goose? And just look down and be like, did I leave him at home?
I think
Did
you
I leave
probably
the other
did.
one? Yeah. The goose is alright. Huh?
Oh no, wait,
Fair.
no. I think the goose honked and showed solidarity when he during the interaction with the patron.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Then it's at this moment you'll notice that the goose is missing.
The goose! Ah! He's alright.
He'll be fine. He
Yeah.
probably is killing something via explosives.
Yeah. If anyone can handle himself, it's the goose, right?
Given he tried to kill Hunter multiple times, he did fail, but I think that's still accurate.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah.
So here's a question.
Mhm.
Are you the one that took this as a second life?
What do you mean by that?
Well, NSB said one of us took this as their second life.
I mean, like, do you mean like as like a second chance type, or do you mean, are you asking me if I died?
I'm just asking if you're the one he's referring to.
Maybe. I mean, he asked me if I wanted to go on like a super cool adventure thing, because I was like bored and stuff, and I was like, heck yeah, dude. So maybe.
Alright.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of odd wording. Second chances
Yeah.
don't happen. Granted, I think a lot of this stuff that we've been going through shows that there's a lot more we don't know. Pain in my
Mhm.
ass.
Yeah. This whole place is riddled with stuffs I don't know. I don't know much, but
I don't know, you seem to be more used to the cat. Would you quit that? Hold on. About to kick out a cat real quick. Leave me alone.
Get
Go
too
that
close,
way,
you get
Pepper.
scooped. Them's the rules.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright, she's off the desk. Sorry. I don't know. You seem more used to this kind of stuff than I am. And or anyone else.
Oh. I mean, when you're down in the foundation, you kind of learn to roll with the punches and the unexpected, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like, one morning you, like, big SCPs escaped and started killing everyone, and next day you think you're a toaster. You know? It's just how it is.
That sounds like someone had a mental breakdown and thought they were a toaster to me.
No, I think that was the toaster that did that. Yeah.
Is there a toaster in your world that literally makes people think they're a toaster?
Yes. It's one of my favorites. I mean, until you start trying to plug yourself in, but
Huh.
Huh?
That's strange.
It is, but
Yeah, most of those people that start trying to do that stuff in my world end up locked up or... Well, when you're on the field and someone has a mental breakdown and they're not coming back after a few slaps or a cup of drums, there's sometimes where measures have to be taken.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in my world, you're either dead or you're D class in that situation, anyways.
Is dead and D class really that different? Could have sworn they were practically synonyms.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here, let me shoot a question your way.
Uh-huh.
To you, is our group D class or something above D class?
Our group?
Hmm.
Well, I mean, we're not just like fodder or anything. We're still like doing things. So, and I mean, I'm not a D class. I'm a researcher. So I guess we're on the same level as the scientists or the soldiers. So
Hmm.
but we're not the ones who like call the shots. That's like Mr. Jump Guy.
NSB, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're not the meat fodder. But we're not the ones who call the shots. So we're like in that middle point where we're not thrown into the whole thing.
Hmm.
Scientists and soldiers. Oh, like the guys who would steered me around at the beginning. Those guys were cool. Rabbit boys.
What?
What?
At the beginning?
The beginning. Where so when I went in there, they were trying to figure out what to do with me. So, there were like these like soldier guys. I don't know, they were like rabbits or like white rabbit. I don't know, they had like code names. And they would like go around, they would like kind of like push me about a bit. They gave me my name tag. They're rabbit boys. They're cool. I mean, I don't know what because they had like this like big ol' outfit things. They like had the armor, and I was like so cool. Like helmets. I don't know what they looked like, but they were cool.
Huh. The more I hear about your world, the more I realize my own world may suck, but I don't think it's got a flask to yours.
What was your world like? It was like, I don't know, war or something, right? Something edgy and bloody and stuff.
90, most of the population is soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Most resources are used up, so it's a constant fight for who gets what. I wouldn't say edgy. Soulless.
That sounds pretty edgy to me, but alright.
Well, edgy is, we've seen people in this world where you could describe as, he puts in air quotes, edgy, but their eyes still have something behind them. You get very few people in my world who actually look like they have aspiration for anything past just getting through the day.
Aw, that's sad.
Some people find entertainment, some don't. Some don't make it through the next day. Stuff like that.
Oh.
At least I only lived the civilian life for about a year before coming here, so I'm not super familiar with stuff, but every person I looked at was... To say that this world's a lot better, because at least the people have something behind their eyes.
Well.
Most of the people in my world, Jackalope kind of like stretches out a bit, cracking his back. You're either rich and can afford the good stuff, or you're the rest of us and are either a donor or you were a part of the wars.
Weird.
And most people don't look good on donors, so it's not known who is and who isn't. Most people don't even know if they're a clone or not. That's the fucked up part.
You had clones?
Yeah, my world has very decent tech, but it's all made out of desperation. You had people like me who grew up in orphanages because they were given up for the military programs, which is fairly common. Only the rich usually keep their kids. The rest of them usually hand them off to the programs.
Mm.
But yeah, no, clones are a thing where I come from. Augmentation is too, but it's shoddy at best. See Jack tap the side of his head. My eye color isn't changing constantly because I am unique or normal. I had a botched surgery when I was little. Fucked up my eyesight.
Huh.
A lot of people are like me in my world. Though, success rates are a little bit better than what I got. But hey, thanks to jumping, my skin healed. My eyes actually can see something worth a damn past a few meters, and I'm able to fight to my heart's content without the worry of seeing tomorrow. I say it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this place is great. Like, it's been, I think it must have been like ages since I've, seen sun and grass. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I would like it to not just constantly be smelling blood of something or someone, though. Had enough of that back home.
Yeah.
You got promised stuff. He just said it would be fun, and I thought I was having a psychotic episode and just went along with it.
I get that. I just thought he was another SCP.
I don't know what the other two dealt with. Because he met me in a barbershop when I was about to get a cut. Where'd he meet you?
In an SCP cell. Yeah, I just went in, thought it was different. I thought the SCP just took a different form, and suddenly we were just having tea and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, you want to, do it like a cool adventure thing? You could, Fortnite dance with monsters and stuff." And I was like, "Heck yeah!" Yeah, I just went with it.
I didn't even let him finish his spiel. I walked through the portal almost immediately. I heard... I don't even remember what I heard at this point. Something about, you'll be entertained, and I just went with it.
Something like, I think. Yeah, it's been pretty great so far. A lot more near-death experiences than I expected. Like, here we are, we're basically having a sleepover. It's pretty neat.
A sleepover where at any moment we could get jumped by things. Yeah, that's... Honestly, this is just like home right now. A couple people asleep. You hope that one of the awake ones don't slit your throat, and you hope that you don't get hit by a railgun cannon and get turned into vapor. By a molten slug of scrap metal. Sleeping was not the normal where I grew up.
Yeah. I mean, I slept a little bit, but it wasn't exactly like a comfy sleep. Like, we kind of had beds, but, it was less like, at any moment something could slit our throats, because, I mean, usually they sounded the alarms before something like that could happen, but some SCPs can go through walls, so, yeah.
Wait, then how did you contain them?
I mean, it was kind of a personalized sort of things, but usually they had, like, proper cells and stuff, but I don't think they had very good ones for the guy that could go through the walls. Oh, what was his name? It was like Larry or something.
Oh my
You
god.
had an interdimensional being,
We have a lot of
basically.
those. We have a lot of those.
And of all the things that thing could be called, he was called Larry.
Radical Larry, technically.
Yeah, Radical Larry.
I don't know if your world's demented or confused.
Maybe it's just me.
With that, as you're continuing to chat along, you note that nearby Hunter, while sleeping, is doing it rather fitfully, having a bit of trouble staying asleep, it seems like. At a guess, he's probably having some sort of nightmare, whether or not that's... Well, like, you can recall, he didn't seem to have night terrors when you all were sleeping in the same general space, unless Sin would like to correct me on that, in case your character does.
Nope, he tends to sleep like a rock. He goes to sleep and he wakes up. He never talks about
Okay, good
any
to know.
dreams that he ever has.
Okay, yeah. Hunter is having a fair bit of trouble sleeping, clearly having some sort of nightmare. Lynn, meanwhile, appears to be sleeping fairly well, having rolled a success on that 2d6.
Mm.
As the hours drag on and you continue to chat, Jack, you can sense that there are some Grim nearby. Weak, not strong, not enough to pose a real threat, but enough that you can feel that there is a threat approaching. There's that good old combat sense ringing in the back of your head saying, be on your toes. Katie, if you'd like to try and roll me a Abyssal Cuties,
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me see.
you are going to be down 1 dice, though. So it's just going to be your plain supernatural because of the way that everything's interfering with your abilities.
Okay. Yeah, that's just 4. Nope, that's I
That's
mean, that would have been a
D8.
success if
It
that
would
was
have been
a-
great,
Sucked
but
up on my
unfortunately
success.
not.
Yeah.
You still can't seem to get a good read on anything nearby.
Yeah. In which case, Katie's just gonna notice that Hunter's going through the night terrors. Just gonna go over there and be like, just like pat his head and be like, "Rockabye, baby, come on,
Okay,
it's
so you pat his...
okay."
Go ahead and roll me another supernatural roll because you touch his head.
46.
4d6.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
That's a critical success. The moment you touch his head, a flash sears through you. There's a Grim in there. In his head.
Aw, poor thing. Got in your. Can I try to tell it to get out?
Absolutely. You certainly can. And as you try to connect and convene with it, you feel yourself getting drowsy.
I'm gonna try to shake myself out of it. Like, nope, 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 nope,
Yep.
nope.
You end up breaking the connection as you do that. It seems like if you want to directly communicate with it, you're probably going to fall asleep in the process.
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah.
There's a Grim in Red Guy's head. I'm trying to get it to get out, but I might fall asleep doing that.
You want me to wake Lynn?
I mean, maybe. I don't think Linnea has one. I think it's just Red Guy.
Additionally,
If you-
it's really been long enough for Lynn to recover any substantial amounts of health.
Yeah, she's sleeping all nice and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah.
Well, here, leave this to me. I'll be fine. You deal with this. Just if you wake up and you're surrounded by fire, don't worry. I did that on purpose.
It's all good. Sometimes that just do be how it is, yeah?
I got you.
Alright,
Okay.
I'm going in.
All right. You commune with it, and you find yourself drowsy, but you let yourself fall into it this time. And you start interfacing into the dream. Jack, what you see is that she very quickly falls asleep right next to Hunter. Just full on, just like falling over, and is like, me, kind of sleep.
Question: where is Lynn in comparison to the other two?
Couple of feet away.
Jack's just
They're
gonna.
close together.
Jackalope is just gonna walk over quietly to Lynn, pick her up carefully, move her over like on top of Hunter, open up Hunter's arm, put Lynn there, close the arm because he's basically just putting them all together.
Aw,
Aww.
that's really cute, actually.
And
Makes
then
them a lot
he's
easier to keep track of too.
he's gonna also light the trees nearby on fire to make himself a priority to anything coming their way.
I'm
Okay.
assuming you walk a good ways away first, right?
So
So
Jack's gonna be knocking down trees to make a protective barrier, more or less.
Oh.
in addition to making yourself a target, keep in mind there is always, considering that you know how Grim hunts, if you put yourself into a state of emotional duress or like bad emotions, you'd basically be pulling them towards you.
Oh,
So if you
Jackalope
wanted to make
knows how
yourself
to
a
do this.
beacon,
Jackalope's gonna look at all of them. His eyes go dead for a second as he pulls out that ever so lovely pistol,
Mm.
and he'll stare at the "don't" scribbled on its side. and look up at the team in front of him.
A strong wave of emotion, if you had the ability to feel it, would be felt surging through the surrounding area. You're fairly confident that anything that's coming hunting for negative emotions is no longer able to smell the nightmares that Hunter is having over the sorrow and melancholy that you're experiencing right now. So you've definitely covered the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
With that,
Really sad.
let me just double check something. By putting Lynn into direct physical contact with him, you've also had an additional helpful effect. Lynn so Katie, as you interface with it, you find yourself dropping down and down and down. So eventually you feel yourself no longer falling. Instead, you feel a rush of warm, humid air. It goes right across you. It's not just hot, it's hot and wet. And you can feel the brush of leaves against your body as the ground stabilizes underneath you, and you can see the area around you. There's a campfire there, and you can see that not only is Hunter sitting there, but there is a separate figure sitting behind him. But you can also see someone who is probably, I don't know exactly how you're going to respond. Lynn, you're dreaming. You're very confident it's a dream. You were asleep. You're in an odd place. It feels odd to know that you're dreaming inside of the dream, but you're sitting at a campfire now. The previous memories, a haze, as you just look forward, and you can see two members of your team and something hovering behind Hunter. Hunter, you can also see both of your teammates nearby. Seems like Lynn is sitting not too far from you, sitting at the same campfire, while Katie has just come out through some of the brush.
Hi.
Sup?
Okay, so it's gonna be crazy. You're in a dream right now.
Oh,
Huh.
I felt that.
Is that dreamland or is that like real? I don't know.
I think I'm real.
It's what they all say.
Well, I'm not gonna shoot you unless you shoot me. So don't do it.
Okay. Hold on. Lenene, pinch yourself.
But that would hurt. I mean, I can do it. Do I have
Well-
to?
Wait, hold on. If you pinch yourself and you tell me it hurts, well, that's what a dreamland would say. I'm gonna try to use Abyssal Cuties to determine if she's a crumb.
Go ahead and make me an Abyssal Cuties roll, and that is not at a penalty right now.
So that would be. Oh, R4D. I will probably want a macro for this at some point. God dang it. Okay.
I mean, I can give you one.
That'd be nice. I'll just roll 5d6 for now. I'll make it look nicer later.
With 2 degrees of success, not a grim. But you can feel that the figure hovering behind Hunter absolutely is.
I'll do a
Okay.
test real quick. Nope.
Ah, dang it.
Did you mean to do R 1d6 plus 1d6?
No, I did not mean to do the second R. There we go.
Yeah, so you can do 4d6 plus 1d6, and that represents the supernatural with your semblance bonus.
Okay. Okay. Alright, well, okay, so you're not a Grim. However, Red Guy, your little friend behind you, is totally a Grim.
Neat.
Doesn't.
You are very chill about this.
Is it friendly?
It's
Hmm?
not attacking, that's for certain.
Well, it's not immediately gonna kill us. But however, it is causing your little real life self up there to be a little on the jostly side.
Hmm.
Yeah,
He's
and it might be.
He kind of like looks behind him very slowly, just kind of like melancholy looking at the grim. Does he see it, Corn?
Yeah, you see it. It appears to just be a floating haze, though you can swear you almost see something familiar about it. You can make me 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically just a memory roll.
Shathunk.
Yeah. The face you can see inside of it, it seems to be a swirl of memories of old faces that some of whom you thought you'd forgotten. Memories of people from a long, long time ago. Even the face of the same person that you recall taught you how to hold the gun in the first place, your mentor. Just a swirl of memories.
Hmm. He's gonna kind of turn back to the other two. He's gonna say, "Yeah, it's all right."
I don't think we should be here.
Nah, it's just memories, old things.
I mean, we're in a Grimm's territory right now, and we're not exactly in a safe place. Katie, can you do anything?
Well, let me try this the peaceful way first. The nice Katie way. Oi, can you like get out of here? I don't know what your vibe is here, but I get the feeling that I don't think you're supposed to be in my boy's head.
It reaches out a hand towards you, bridging the gap. Not entirely reaching towards, not entirely reaching you, but instead stopping just shy of you, just with its finger hovering for a head.
And I like reach up my hand, like tap its finger just to like direct it away from me. That doesn't feel like a hug.
I was welcomed here.
Oh, because he fell asleep. Is that? Oh, that's what Miss Honey meant. Right.
Doesn't seem to be bothering nothing.
You had no wards. Well, we're new here, so we don't exactly know what those wards would look like. No, he didn't. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, hey, if you want to be friends, then I mean, my head is all well and welcome for you, but I don't think Red Guy would like you to be in his head right now. I know he's chill right now, but I have the sense I don't think he would be if you were awake and stuff. I know you're a hungry boy. All right. I mean, would you like something that's not my boy's dreams? Also, if you eat, is this like you go for like the mind first and then they like die or something? It's not dreams. Is it like mind, just like in general memories? Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's you're eating his memories. Uh, is there any way I can convince you to not eat my boy's memories? Give me
Wait,
your. Oh,
are you saying this out
okay.
loud? Wait,
I think.
are you like replying out loud?
I'm
Um.
not, no.
Oh,
It's
going
all
to
inside of Roll20.
on the Roll20 chat.
No, I mean, like, is
Mm.
she like
Oh, as in is
talking
she
aloud,
saying it?
replying?
Oh yeah, I'm just replying to it out loud. And hoping
I
that
wonder.
goes through.
You had a contract with that other thing that eats people, right? But like, it's kind of like memories. Could you
Oh
use
yeah,
it to eat
Snacker.
this thing?
I don't know if Snacker eats Grim.
Well, it probably has a lot of memories to it, or scenes to it.
True, but I don't think Snacker would like someone to take his food. But I mean, you know what? Sure, why not? Take my memories.
I don't know. I don't know.
Just don't take Red Guys. I don't think he likes that. I have the short term memory of two dead goldfish. So I mean, it's not like anything would change.
Yeah, I was just curious on that thing if it would do anything.
Yeah.
If you asked.
I mean, I could ask. I don't think I can communicate with Snacker from here, right? And kind of like reach behind me to like wherever I'm keeping Snacker.
You'd probably be able to communicate with them. You just have to try to interface, which would be a plain and supernatural roll.
Yeah. Sure. Why not? Is that like? Ah, shoot. I think I lost my mag when I went to go roll the thing. Freaking. So that's 4 or 5.
4.
4. Yep. Okay. That's a net 0.
Yeah, so you can feel that you can connect, but you can't seem to make out the voice.
Yeah. We're kind of alone here. But I mean, this guy wants my memories, and it's not like I'm doing anything with them. And I don't think Red Guy consents. Nor do you, because I'm assuming if it doesn't want Red Guy, and if it won't take mine, it'll probably go to you.
Oh. I don't know. Is there a way to get out from here?
Oh, that's fair.
Try
Well-
pinching myself lightly.
You pinch yourself, but you feel no pain.
Right.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I let you chomp some of my memories just to feel, I want to be alive when I wake up. Will you let Red Guy and Lenene sleep in peace? Let you get a little nibble. Look at a little nibble at this thing. Kind of. I'm chomping. I will eat until I'm okay. Beyond that, okay. So, okay. I don't know what your appetite looks like. I know you're a hungry. You're a little guy. Okay.
It's strange that out of character. It's strange that Lene would be here if she wasn't having any issues.
It's because you're physically touching.
Yeah, because Jackie put Red Guy's arm around you.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's why I'm in here, because I touched Red Guy. Okay.
Is there a way that I could try to like meditate to like bring up Barry? I don't know how he means wards in the mind, but is I could like try to breathe and meditate that it's just like me and myself?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So I mean like trying to like meditate. It says like walls, like we had no wards, right? If it doesn't mean something like magical, then maybe like mental fortitude of like trying to cast myself as like a barrier, like imagining myself having like a mental barrier?
You could certainly try that. But go ahead and roll supernatural. This is not a semblance roll, so no bonus dice. Okay. That is a degree of success. You can feel that you are kind of creating this feeling of like a barrier in the back of your head, but doesn't seem to change this thing's stance.
Hmm.
Do you guys want to also try like imagining like a barrier? Maybe all of us have to kind of try, or I don't know. It's just something.
I'm not very good at imagining boundaries between myself and other people.
You could think of it like one of the anomalies you used to live with. Like what kind of a thing that you know of and create like shields for yourself
Um,
that doesn't let anything else in.
Katie will try to remember if there's anything like that.
Go ahead and roll me 2d6 for memory.
Okay.
Okay, that's true.
Oh.
You do recall that there are multiple memory, like amnestic type SCPs, and generally the way that it's recommended is that if you're a researcher assigned to them, you take extensive notes and you undergo amnestics training, which you didn't undergo.
I didn't go through the training for those specific SCP. They kind of just threw me at them. I didn't really practice boundaries.
Well, if I could try to explain it, it's well, I'm not sure if you've also heard of meditation of the mind. Just trying to think of a wall between everybody else and you, and slowing your breathing and just taking in deep breaths and letting it out slowly.
Like, just like chilling and
Yeah.
stuff. It sounds a little
Just
bit
like
too much like holding still for
and then like calming yourself, I guess, emptying your mind.
But my mind is always so cluttered. Like an apartment building.
And
You can feel a stirring of energy from across from you.
Oh, my boy. Oh,
does it have to be one person? I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna
Like,
give
I
him. I'm gonna give my boy me, and then if I start looking like I'm going to die, panic a lot and maybe shoot him, or something. Do what Red Guy would do.
Okay.
But don't shoot me.
Just yourself? No. We should at least try to share it. I don't want to all put it on you.
You could try and share. You could
Let's
even
try.
split it across all three of you to make it
Let's-
split like that.
Let's try to
yeah,
do that.
Oh, that sounds like a plan. Sure.
As the three of you have it split across, I'm going to have all three of you roll an endurance with 1 penalty dice.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
If you have no points in endurance, you do not take the penalty.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
It's a
so that
success.
would be 3 and 1 penalty dice. Okay.
Okay. The penalty dice. So basically, here, it's not going to affect you. The penalty dice, obviously, you can't use that as your success. So in your case, it is a -1. Lynn hit a 0. Hunter hit a +1. So Hunter, you out of the three of them, you seem to handle it the best. Lynn, I would like you to describe to me a mundane memory that Lynn would recall. Something from her life that isn't like big importance, but something that she would remember. Tell me what it is, and then keep in mind that, at least for now, you will lose that memory.
Kind of mundane. I'll probably... Well, the memories that she mostly remembers out of everything else, but are still mundane, would probably be when she was going out of the academy with her friend, probably to the what's it called? What's it called? The carnival area that they always go to. It's just one of the days that they went there, and won more prizes than usual.
As you feel the energy settle inside of you, those memories are called to the front of your mind. You remember in even clearer detail the events of that day, the prizes that you got, the feeling that you had alongside this friend, this very important friend to you. And you can feel it all. As all of that detail comes into sharp recognition, you feel ever more poignantly the feeling of it all slipping away like sand in between your fingers. You lose sight of what prizes you won. You forget what they were. You forget how many there were. You forget the looks on the face of the folks in charge of the stalls. You lose track of what was going on. You lose the ability to remember the name of the circus in that moment. You can remember it in other memories, but not here. The image of your friend slips away. A gap in time. Empty, bereft of anything. And then, all of a sudden, you're not sure what you were thinking about a moment ago. But somehow, despite that, you feel like it was important. And now it's gone.
Oh,
Katie, you got a failure.
Ooh.
I would like you to tell me about a friend you had in the Foundation. Maybe someone who was a scientist who worked alongside you. Maybe just a random drone who filled out paperwork alongside you. Maybe someone who was there to investigate this odd phenomenon that surrounded you. I'd like you to tell me about them and a day that you spent with them.
So, I figure that there were probably people assigned to watch me. What are the chances that one of the rabbit soldiers might like stick around me?
For the first month or three, yeah, they would have kept someone on you, and just as a general eye to make sure that if something went wrong, that either A, you wouldn't be the problem, or B, you wouldn't exacerbate any problems, such as by escorting you out of the area before you could try to hug Radical Larry or something like that.
Yeah, so I figured that one of those soldiers might have stuck around to watch me, and I would probably regard them as a friend of some sort, and I just take them with about with me, and we just do whatever I felt like doing at the time with restrictions, of course, maybe making some stuff in the kitchen before I was banned from it, or I don't know, doing just arts and crafts type stuff.
Okay. I can work with that. As you feel the energy seeping through you, just like with Lynn, you feel it. You feel all of the details of that day pulling further forward into your memory. But it's not just that day either. You're remembering a lot more. You're remembering the person. You remember her name. She went by Beth because she didn't like the full name Bethany. You remember that clearly. You remember that she was very skilled at her job, but fairly aloof. It was her skills and her aloof demeanor that had her assigned to you in the first place, her tendency to execute upon orders well, but who tend not to be too much of an issue otherwise. The kind of person who would go along with your whims, despite the oddities. You remember that she was the first person who tried your affront to the divine that you call a milkshake. You remember her violently spitting it out on the ground and laughing at you before it turned into laughing with you. You remember all the details. You remember doing arts and crafts. You remember talking about a few of the SCPs that you were allowed to, and you remember long, good conversations. And then you realize you don't remember her name anymore. And you can't remember the look on her face when she tried to drink. You can't remember the rooms. You feel like you should. They were all the same after all, or at least they should have been. And yet you can't recall anything about them. And as the memories fade away, as they slip between your fingers like grains of sand, you realize that you're not sure who it was that walked alongside you in those halls. You're sure that someone must have been assigned to you. But at the end of the day, if you didn't remember them, they must not have been that important.
Oh.
And
It hurt.
Hunter, you rolled a neutral. So,
I rolled a neutral?
didn't you? Oh, no, you rolled positive.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong roll there. You rolled a success. What you forget is something trivial. Something that's not really too important. It's, well, for you it's kind of important, but it's something that you could easily relearn. Just how to recognize Allosaurus tracks, and how to separate them from other sauruses. How to tell the difference between that and a Tyrannosaurus. They're both massive threats to you, and you could swear that you knew that you were taught how to differentiate them, but with a success, that's the only thing you lose. The difference of tracking a couple of species. But sated, the creature stops. It nods. And it gets ready to move away, before stopping at Katie. And maybe just because it was able to feed so deeply off so many sources, it leaves you with a single image. A person sleeping. But not just sleeping normally, no. They're out in the forest just like you were. And above their head is just this small little thing. A couple pieces of wood set up around it, as to hold this metal wiring above their head, as though to catch something. As though to prevent something. An image of metal wire and wooden twigs, and it leaves you with that, as it simply disappears entirely.
Telling us how to keep it away, so it seems a bit counterintuitive.
It wasn't very hostile. Remember, it entered believing it was welcomed, that it was invited. You did nothing to prevent it, so it simply came. All of the other humans, when they hunt, they keep it away. They ward. They say, "You are not welcome here." You left your door wide open. Now it
Okay.
knows that you did
That's
not
interesting.
mean for it to be there. So it tells you, if you do not wish me to come back, let me know.
That's nice.
Wow. Wait,
That's
so do
good.
other people like kind of let it do that? That's interesting.
Maybe it's like forgetting the bad vibes of stuff.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you are able to wake up, and you seem fine. More accurately, Katie wakes up. The other two, you're able to continue sleeping. And in fact, Katie, if you'd like, you can stay sleeping.
Nah.
Okay.
I don't got anything to recover and stuff.
Understood.
Hmm.
Then you wake up. Hunter and Lynn, do you continue to sleep so as to heal?
Yeah.
Okay.
He would.
Hunter is sleeping. Lynn, do you continue to sleep?
Yep.
Katie might try and set up that thing that the thing told her about.
Okay. When you wake up, you can feel that while Abyssal Cuties is not working as well as it should, the moment you wake up, you can sense this feeling, this weight pressing down on you. That Abyssal Cuties whispers to you that says, there's something here. And it does not take long at all, maybe a second at most, for you to realize it is most certainly Jack, letting off an almost palpable aura of emotion just a little distance away, as you can see that the area has been littered with. I believe you said that you were breaking down trees to construct some fortifications.
Yeah, Jack would have. They would have woken up in a box of like logs.
Okay. Yeah, you-
The dedication I love.
As you wake up, you can see that. You can see that you are guarded and protected, and that Jackalope is basically a mini beacon of negative emotion. Jack, I would like you to make me a endurance roll with 1 bonus dice. Okay. Not great.
Wow.
You have spent the last 40 minutes dealing with very weak Grim. But there's been a bunch of them. Not a single one has gone for the fortifications that you built, because you were just too alluring of a target. You were entirely successful, but with that endurance roll, I would like you to roll me 1d6 for the damage that you took while defending your party. 5 points of damage. That reduces you to 24. Okay. As Katie, as you look around, you can see that there are no Grim currently around hunting. You can just see Jackalope keeping an eye out, with an old gun in his hand.
I'm gonna go over to him and be like, "Hey, oh, there's my boy. Are you traumatizing yourself over little old us?"
Jackalope's first reaction is to point the gun at your face before realizing that it's you. The thing that you see is, you know, he gave you the description of dead eyes. There's nothing behind them. And you get the first-hand experience of what that actually looks like, as his eyes are deep black. There's no light reflecting on them. It's just soulless.
Fling my hands up.
He blinks a few times, and you see the weird menagerie of colors return to his eyes. Oh, you're awake. And he slowly puts the gun away.
Yeah, hi. Okay, sorry. Yeah, don't have to do whatever it is that you're doing here. Katie's back.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So,
no,
how are the other two?
Oh, they're doing pretty all right. Got the Grim to go away. Turns out we actually were supposed to set up some sort of ward thing. I can show you later. I just had to give it. Me and Lynn Hunter, we gave it a couple of our memories. I'm sure it was nothing too important. I feel like I forgot somebody, but it's all good. They probably died anyway. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing major came here, however. Took a few hits due to recklessness. So, Are they still sleeping or did they wake up?
They're asleep right now. I was thinking maybe I could practice putting up like the old thingy, you know. But yeah.
You can certainly
Oh.
practice that. It's still a few hours yet before they both wake up, having gotten the amounts of healing that I'll describe. Actually, I'll describe now because we're running a little overtime right now, so I'm going to start wrapping it up here. A few more hours pass, and both of you wake up. You slept for most of a good night. Go ahead and restore 10 HP per person for those of you that slept.
Nice.
A full night's rest does not mean a full recovery, unfortunately. So it's best that you be a bit more careful as you go forward, knowing full well now that you've experienced it, that your healing will be considerably slower here in Strav, the nightmare of the Southern Vales. We will pick up next time with everyone waking up and being able to continue their adventure through the daytime in these forests. But for now, that's where we're going to be ending this episode of RWBY Terminal Season.
All right. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, feel free to hit that follow button or go check out our various other content that we have inside of the link tree down below. We are actually going to do a raid today for the folks that are here. We're going to raid, I think, my friend Sarah. She's playing Fields of Mistra, which I don't know what is exactly, but you guys get to join me as we do that once I figure out how to do that exactly. So bear with me for a second as I figure out how to do raiding. There we go. And I'm assuming this is going to work. So feel free to pop in if you want to see her. She is a succubus streamer and really cool VTuber. So have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen!